Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Saxlingham. Okay, so we're just starting off in the air here and I'm just showing you the fields we're going to do today. This is one of our fields here and this one. So these two are both ours, the ones without tram lines, and we're going to get them harvested today, probably using the helper for most of it because I need to get on with other jobs now. But on the point of the tram lines, they actually do look really good, especially on a UK map like this. It does look very realistic because in the UK, I don't know what it's like in other countries around the world, but certainly in the UK, all of our fields, like arable fields, like this, with the tram lines in them when you've got a crop. So it does look quite realistic having that. I like the little clumps of trees as well around. It looks very, very true to life in the UK. You do get countryside just like this, so it does look very, very authentic. I do like the map a lot so far. Not explored too much of it yet, of course. We've only really just scratched the surface of it. We've only done these two fields so far. There's plenty more to do, and I haven't really looked around, so I probably should look at getting a vehicle, like a pickup truck or a Land Rover or something, to drive around in and have a bit of an explore, because I haven't really done that yet. I don't think we own one. We've only got this tractor, the combine, and the little class tractor here. That's all we've got at the moment. So I think we should get invested in a vehicle to have a bit of a drive around when we're a bit less busy. Would be quite good. Maybe even today, actually. I don't know. Right. So we're going to get the combine moved to the next field. I'll do this myself just to get it there, and then we'll get the helper to take over. I'm going to see if I can unload it. Actually, this is not going to work because it's inside a building. So maybe I'll try and unload into the trailer. Probably should drop the header off first, that would be easier. Let's take the header off, then I'll try and unload into the trailer the bit of wheat that we've got left in there, and that'll make it nice and empty for making a start on the next field. So yeah, first of all we'll just drop this off on the trailer. There we go. And then I'll just go and unload the wheat. Probably should look at getting a bigger trailer as well, because I don't particularly like this one. It's a bit small. It's not too bad, but it is a little bit on the small side for the size of the combine and the size of fields that we've got, because it is a big map. The fields are massive and very expensive, I've noticed as well. So yeah, going back to the point I made at the start of the last episode about starting with quite a lot, actually we don't really start with that much if you think about it for the size of fields. We need to invest quite a lot to get up to the standard of machinery and stuff that we need, particularly in the seed drill department. That is a pretty pathetic seed drill for the size of fields that we've got, so that has to go. Now, how do I get out of here? Yeah, through here, I see. We'll have a drive down the road to the next field. It's not too far, and then I'll get the helper set up and going, and I will we need to continue the baling. We've got one more field to bale. Well, we started it last episode, but we do need to finish that off, and then we'll be baling the next two fields as well, I should think. So we're going to have a lot of bales to move, a serious amount of bales actually. So yeah, that's going to be a big job. And I would like to get some canola in the ground as well. We haven't got any canola growing at the moment, so it would be nice to get some of that planted in August or September. I think we can still plant it in September, but it'd be nice to get it in the ground as soon as possible. Ah, looks like this is the dealership. Interesting, those machines are actually showing up on my mini-map as vehicles. I don't think we can get into them though, but we can't tab to them at least. But they do show up as actual vehicles rather than static objects. They actually are showing up on the map as vehicles. That's interesting. Right, I'm causing me a traffic chaos here. The traffic is getting into some issues there. We'll leave them to it. Right, so here we are at the field, first field at least. We have got crop destruction on, so I'm going to be a bit careful here and try not to crush too much of the crop when we're putting the header on. I'm not sure the best place to leave the trailer. I suppose just here is going to have to do. We'll drop that there, and then hopefully the traffic won't cause us too many issues when we put this on. Hopefully. There's nothing coming at the moment, so that's good. Ah, there's the first car, so we'll have to try and keep out of its way. Oh no. Don't try and go around me, please. Just let me put the header on. Ah yes, this is what I was worried about, being on a slight bank there. It's dragging the trailer with me, which is not ideal. Hopefully we can get around the trailer and then get into the field. Okay, so we need to be on AI worker now, and we're going to do 2 headlands because that gives more turning space. Okay, and then off it goes, hopefully. And hopefully it's still swathing the straw, not chopping it. Although we actually get a field benefit from chopping. It does give a bit of nitrogen back into the soil by doing that. But I think overall we do make more money by baling and selling the bales. Yep, that's good. Sounds like there's new sound effects on the traffic actually. Just heard some engine noise there from the cars, so that's interesting. That's a nice little feature they've added on this map. Okay. Right, so we need to continue with the baling, but the combine is soon going to need a trailer, so we're going to have to use the class tractor on the little, well, I say little, on the trailer. It's not that little, but smaller than I would like. So we'll put the trailer onto this tractor and take that over to the field so that the combine has somewhere to unload into when it gets full. Or we'll have to unload it when it gets full. Interesting they start you out in first person view as well on the tractors, that's quite nice. For a change. Okay, so I'll just back into the silo trigger and get that tipped. And then we'll take this to the field and I will then make a start on the baling again. Okay, so the trailer is full, so we're going to have to go and empty that. The combine is not fully unloaded, and this tractor is not the most powerful either. It's quite weak actually, with the big full trailer on it. It should be able to cope, but it's not the best. The other tractor is certainly more powerful. So we'll take this back to the yard, get this tipped, and then we'll come straight back to the field and get the combine unloaded again. So like I say, yeah, I would like to change this trailer at some point, although probably not right now, because we do need to focus on a bigger drill, I think, first of all. I think that's my priority, because the one we've started with, although we will get some money back for it when we sell it, it's certainly not my preferred drill, that's for sure, not for these size fields, so it would be good to try and buy something a bit bigger. Or worst case, we'll just lease one that we can pull with the New Holland, probably. I think it's unlikely we're going to be able to afford to buy a new tractor at any time right now, so it'll be probably at least another year before we can afford a new tractor. Although we should get some good money coming in over the winter from all of these loads of wheat and barley that we've got. Where's the yard? Was that it? No. Not yet, is it? It's this one. Yep, I see. Still learning the map, of course. I haven't really explored the map at all. We do need to explore it, as I said earlier, but I want to try and get some crops in the ground as well and get some lime spreading and stuff done, if possible, when we move the bales. which is another thing we need to do. We don't have a telehandler or any sort of loader, so we could lease the auto stacker. Probably would be the quickest thing actually, just to lease the auto stacker for this. We're going to have quite a few bales to move, so I think it probably would be the most efficient way of doing it. Otherwise we'd have to either buy or lease a telehandler and do it like that, which would be slower and not, yeah, we're just not going to do that. It's not going to be worth it. So yeah, we'll definitely get an auto stacker, probably lease one. Eventually we'll buy one, but at this stage it's more important to get something we're going to use more regularly rather than an auto stacker which we're going to use once a year. Okay, back to the field again then, and I will unload the combine if it's available. Otherwise, because as long as the auger's not in the field, over the field side, it needs to be on the empty side of the field so that we can get alongside it. If it isn't, we'll have to wait until it is, and then I'll move the New Holland with the baler over to this field and we'll make a start on the baling. Right, so the field is complete and we are ready now to move on to the next one, although I think we are okay to leave it until September. The harvesting season for wheat is down here. Where is it? Oh wow, it's a very big window actually, July to September, so yeah, we're fine until the end of September, so we can leave that field for now. I think we are going to, because we've done quite a bit of harvesting in the last couple of episodes and it's taking up most of my time. This actually managing the combine is actually taking up all of my time, really. I'm not getting anything else done, so I think what we're going to do, now that that field is finished, we'll take this load back to the yard and then we will get the bale, well we need to finish the baling on this field, then we'll get some bales cleared and then that'll be ready then for spreading some lime and preparing for the planting. So I want to get at least one field, maybe even 2 fields of canola put in, because that's quite a profitable crop and a bit less labour intensive than the wheat and barley crops, so that's definitely a worthwhile crop to have in the ground, and this is a perfect field for it as well. It's a nice big long straight field, so yeah, perfect for canola. I suppose it's perfect for any crop really, it's just a perfect field. They're the best sort of fields really for efficiency and just general easiness of harvesting them and working on them. Nice long straight fields, so there's no turning and stuff involved. Just go up and down and it's nice and efficient that way. Okay, so I will go and tip this off, we'll get the rest of the baling finished and then we should be ready to start preparing the fields for planting. First of all we'll do the lime. Right, so all the baling is done for now until we need it again in the next field. If we do bales, maybe we will not do bales in that one. Maybe we'll just chop the straw in that one. We'll see on that because we have got quite a few bales to move. But let's go to vehicles, and there isn't one in the sale, so we'll go to the auto stacker, wherever that is. Let's have a look. There we go. Are these? Maybe these are auto stacking trailers, are they? I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the one we normally go with, so we'll go with that one, I think. I wonder if they are auto stacking trailers, whether they're just normal flatbeds, I don't know. But yeah, we'll go with this, it's safest. Okay, so yeah, that's just the normal regular auto stacker we always use, and to lease that is going to be 4,500. So yeah, we can certainly afford that. We can't actually afford to buy it, but we can afford to lease it, so let's do that. And there it is. I've brought the baler here just because of convenience, but it will be going back to the field again if we do baling, more baling in the other field, or it'll just go back to the yard when we're done. But once we've cleared all the bales out of the field, we can get that then spread with lime, and that will be then ready for planting. So the plan is to do canola first. Well, I think at the moment that's the only crop we can plant. In September we should be able to plant wheat and barley as well as canola, I think. But I will be getting at least one field done with canola, definitely, because I always do like to grow that crop. It's quite a, wrong side of the road, quite a good crop to grow. With the header trailer still in this field, that will need to be moved out of the way as well if we come to plant this field, but that will probably not be this episode. I don't think we're going to quite get onto planting today, but we will certainly try and get on with lime spreading, because we only need to move the bales out of this one field to get on with that. We have got 2 more fields, as you know, to move the bales out of as well, but that doesn't have to be done right now. That can be done at a later date. The other question is, where do we put these bales? Because there's going to be quite a few. Although the straw yield wasn't actually amazing, considering the size of this field, which is pretty huge. Yeah, there's not too many bales really. I suppose they are big bales though. They're the biggest size square bale you can make. So there's quite a bit of straw in each one. But there's not a ridiculous number of bales here, so it shouldn't take me too long to move them all. And then once that's done, like I say, we'll be able to get this one spread with lime. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to take the bales back to the yard for a start. I don't know, I don't want to stack them in this field because this field needs to be empty for getting it sorted out ready for planting. So I think what we'll do is probably make one of the 2 fields at the yard a temporary bale storage area until the winter, and then that field will have to be drilled in the spring with a different crop. Probably the smallest field. We can put something like soybeans or sorghum in there or something maybe like that. And that sounds like the best idea, so yeah, I will get on with moving these bales now and then come back to you when we're ready to spread with lime. One thing I was forgetting is that I did mention we had this shed here, which I think is a bale storage shed. Yes, it is. Good, brilliant. That's actually, I forgot about that completely. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, there we go. That sorts that problem out then. I'm glad I didn't try and stack them in the field where we were, because yeah, we've got a perfect place to put them in the actual shed. So that's really, really handy to have that. First time I've had a bale storage shed, I think, on a map, at least for a start. I think we've had them before in FS25. Possibly, was it, or was it FS19? I can't remember. But yeah, I have definitely used one before, but not for a while. So yeah, nice to have that as a starting thing on the map. So yeah, that sorts a big problem out there. We can just stack them all nice and neatly in the shed and keep them all neat and out of the way, which means we can keep all 3 fields that we've got so far, and even the 4th as well, completely clear of bales all winter. They'll be nice and dry and under cover, and then we can get them out when we need them in the winter to sell them. Unless of course we get some animals, but I don't think we'll be getting livestock this side of the new year. I wouldn't have thought, because we won't have the money to be able to do that. At the moment we're just trying to save up money to get a new seed drill and stuff, so that's more of a focus at the moment. Anyway, yes, let's continue moving the bales then, and I'll get them all stacked in the shed. there's the second load gone then, and there's one more in this field which is a different size, which is a bit frustrating. That's because when I first started baling I forgot to set the size to the biggest. So we've got one odd bale here which I can pick up still with the auto stacker, but not with any of the others, because all the others are 240 centimetres and this is 220. I don't know whether it will be compatible with the other bales in the shed. Shouldn't cause an issue, I don't think, for storage, but I don't know, we'll see. Let's try and see if it will fit in the shed. But that's this field cleared, and also the big field cleared as well. So we are now ready to spread some lime. Probably won't have time to actually spread the big field now, but we could probably do the small field. Let's just see what happens here if we try and unload this bale into the shed. Is it going to be compatible for storage reasons or not? Let's just see. Yep, it is, that's good. Okay. So we're going to keep hold of the auto stacker. We've still got another field up there of bales, and we potentially will do one more field of baling as well. The very big field. This is our biggest field actually, the one we haven't harvested yet, I believe. But that for now can stay there, and I will go and pick up the lime spreader, which is, I believe, over here. It's in one of these sheds. There it is. Yep, I see it. So this is the smallest one and it doesn't have the extension on, so it probably would be a good idea to do that, to buy the extension. But of course all the time we're eating into our money, which is going down rapidly. We started off with 100,000, but we're now down to 76, and this is going to put it down even more, because we're going to have to at the very least buy some lime, and probably even more, well, spend money on this thing to upgrade it. So because it's going to be slow spraying lime without the extensions on, and we also need to repair it as well. So yeah, right. So extensions, yes, we're going to have to do that, I think. And it also would be good to get the wider spreading discs on it. I know I always do this. It's the same machine we always use in every series, but it is quite a good one. That's going to be almost 11,000 for that. I wonder if it will charge us. Yes, it is doing. So I wonder why it's not charging us in the multiplayer series then. That's weird. It's still, at least when I last did it, it was still charging us. It wasn't charging us, sorry, in the multiplayer series for repairs or upgrades. It's charging for repairs, but not for upgrades in the multiplayer. I don't know why that would be. Do we have a silo to fill from, or do we have to go to the shop? I suppose we could build one. Because I can't see a silo on this map at the moment, so we will probably have to build one. So we'll go into construction, and it will be in silos, or is it? Will it be in silos? Maybe not. Is it in? Or is it in extensions? Nope. It's in one of these categories, I'm sure. Containers. It probably maybe this one. Yes. Right, so lime station, there we go. Or we could just go for the buy anything silo, which is, well, 25.5 for the one with the cheaper prices. Or we could go for the 16.5 and then that charges you, what is this? With 60% off the market price. Oh no, that one, because they're both 60% off. That one includes a pallet size price. We don't need that. No, we'll go with the 16.5. That's good. With the 60% off the market price discount on it as well. So we'll place that somewhere that's not going to be in the way. Hopefully that looks good. So yeah, we're rapidly eating into the money now. This is not good. We're down to 48. We need to buy a new seed drill. Hopefully, anyway. Right, okay, so I'm the wrong way round. Turn around so that we've got the correct side on the silo. And then we'll get this filled up with lime. I wonder what it's going to charge us for a full load of lime. I might as well fill it to the top because we've got 4 fields to spread before we drill them. So it's going to be quite a bit of lime this is going to cost. Yep, lime. There we go, so almost 4,000, not cheap, but not as bad as some silos charge. and then I will, for today, I will just spread this small field, I think, and then next time, because it's taken longer to do, well, everything just takes a long time because these fields are quite big on this map, quite significantly bigger than what I'm used to on other maps, so yeah, it's taking a while. There we go. Right, so we'll turn that on and I will just quickly get this field spread with lime. There we go, so that's the first field spread. We've got 3 more to go. Let's quickly have a look at the soil types map so we can see what we're doing. So all fields are sandy loam. That's all quite good, I think, as a soil type. Yes, I think it is a good one, although it's difficult to... yeah, no, well, I think it's about average, actually, looking at it. Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, that's what the soil type is, and... yeah, as you can see, we've spread that one with lime, so that's gone green. This one needs lime. Well, they all need lime. That one doesn't look too bad, actually, but yeah, they all could do with some lime. And then nitrogen is terrible on all of them. Field 2 definitely seems to be the best one we've got. Not quite as bad, that one, but yeah. Anyway, that is the current situation that we've got on our farm, and we've got quite a lot of work to do to get them to a stage where they're ready for planting. But it'll all happen. We've still got September to get a lot of work done, and we can still plant into October, I think, of some things, possibly. Let's check. Planting season. Yeah, wheat can be planted into November. I think this has been changed because it's the UK, because that's not standard, I don't think. Yes, look, spring wheat. Finally. I've been complaining about that before, about not being able to plant wheat and barley in the spring when you can definitely do spring wheat and barley in the UK. So yeah, thanks so much to the mod maker on the map to add that. Spring canola as well. That's more unusual, but yeah, certainly spring wheat and barley definitely is a very common thing in the UK, so not being able to do that in the game was a bit strange, but yeah, that's now been added on this map at least. I think it is a mod with the map rather than the actual base game, but yeah, it's really handy to be able to do that because you would normally be able to do that in the spring. Yeah, and we can also drill later into the year as well, so we can go into October with the barley and into September with the canola and into November with the wheat, which is realistic. You can drill as late as November, certainly early November in the UK with wheat, so that's fine. Yeah, that's brilliant. So we've got plenty of time to get stuff in the ground. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.